Good morning everyone, so today is the day I'm flying to Bali, Indonesia to complete my PADI Divemaster course, which is the last scuba diving course you can take before becoming an instructor. I remember all of you guys who promised to teach you scuba diving, and give me 1 second, I will get there. So my first flight is going to be from Moscow to Domodedovo to Doha International Airport, and then 2-hour layover, and then to Denpasar, which is Bali. So let's go and get all my bags checked in and get to the VIP lounge.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Hamad International Airport, which is in Doha, Qatar. My next flight leaves in 2.5 hours to Denpasar, which is in Bali, Indonesia. So I'm gonna check out this amazing airport and get back to the boarding gate.
Runway after taking off, we're flying east primarily. It's going up towards Iran, then over the top of Oman, across the Arabian Sea to India. We'll fly south of India, and then across the Indian Ocean through the Strait of Malacca, going through the top of Singapore, and then towards Bali. We've got just over 4,400 nautical miles to cover, and that's going to take us in the region of 9 hours and 40 minutes.
final destination now, Bali Club Divers, which is the diving center when I'm going to be getting my dive master license. So not to get here, I took a 10-hour flight from Doha to Denpasar, got my 30-day visa stamp on my passport, so I can stay in this country without an official visa for less than 30 days as a Russian citizen. Then I went through collecting my luggage, went through customs, went through screening of my luggage, and then I rode here with an aggressive taxi driver. Don't quote me on that, he is not very aggressive in terms of speaking, but he's aggressive in terms of driving because the traffic in Indonesia is very bad and you have to always go behind the car, which is slow. And since the car is narrow, he could go in this small gap between the side of the road and the other car where only people on scooters could go. So we got here earlier than expected, thanks to him. So I got here, checked in this nice room which is built by the people in the diving center, which is owned by Russians. So I have my own room, I have my own bathroom, and we have a shared living room with a kitchen. Since no one is living in the second room, I guess I have it all to myself for now, hopefully until the end. So I also went to the diving center, signed all the documents saying that I am liable for all the bad things that can happen to me and I must be responsible. Also got 2 thick books that I have to read in less than 15 days. One is called the Encyclopedia of Recreational Diving, which is scuba diving explained in more simple language and it's easy to understand. So it looks like this. And the second book is called Dive Master Manual, which is a very technical book. And it's probably going to take some time to understand, but at the same time, me and my instructor are going to be reviewing the slides. It's going to be easier to understand. So I probably can manage reading this. And also they're in English because for me it's easier to read technical books in English now since I'm studying in the United States. So I'm meeting with my instructor today at 7 p.m. to start reviewing the slides. I'm going to be going scuba diving tomorrow at around 8:30 a.m., which is an acceptable time. I still have to get enough sleep because I didn't sleep for 2 nights, one before the flight and one on this long haul flight from Doha to Denpasar, so I need to catch up sleep later today. But so far it's very good. The pricing of everything is amazing. The breakfast was $7 and was good American breakfast with coffee, with juice, with 4 toasts and an omelette. And this is for this price. I mean, I would love to stay here for longer, but it's only going to be for the length of this course. So this is all what I have right now. I'm gonna keep you all updated on what I study and how it's going to be. They also ordered me a special packet of the Dive Master Manual book because once you're taking this course, you get your own packet with special code that's has to be ordered specifically for the person, so you cannot like rent the book. This was given to me by my instructor for now, but I cannot take it with me. This was the encyclopedia. I don't own it. I also borrowed it from my instructor and I actually don't have to buy it myself because I just have to read it. So yeah, can't wait to start scuba diving and I bet I'm going to be super tired, but I'm very excited because that's the last step before getting the IDC, which is the instructor development course, after which you can take examination and actually become an instructor, something in the future. I remember all of you guys who have promised to teach you scuba diving. Just give me some time. It's actually not that easy to get it, but once I get it, I promise I'll teach you all for free. Alright, see you later. So since this is a Russian scuba diving center, why don't we spice up things a little bit?
Эй, помчали за мясом. Мясо купить на Бали не просто, ребята.
1993 году произошло одно из самых мощнейших вот за ближайшую историю извержений вулкана Агун. Корабль сдвинулся с места за счет землетрясения, лавы, камни и завалился на правый бок и ушел целиком под воду. Все жители, которые живут в поселке Коломбин, они работают дайвинг индустрии. Вы сейчас увидите на берегу женщины помогают дайверам носить снаряжение. Только женщины. На головах, на плечах. Мужчины продают футболки. Нормальное распределение труда. Выходим к 14 метров, выбрасываешь буй и начинаем подниматься до safety stop. Мидер нам скидывает аварийный стейдж, и мы симулируем ситуацию, как будто у нас закончился воздух. Открываешь стейдж, забираешь октопус и дышим все 3 минуты. Ты дышишь все 3 минуты из октопуса.
Over the course of the last 4 days, I did a certain amount of activities required for the passing of Divemaster course. The first thing that we did, we checked my swimming abilities. We got to the beach, we measured 100 meters between point A and point B. In this case, it was a staircase and a flag. The first thing was to swim for 400 meters in any style. The second one was to swim for 800 meters with fins and mask. The third one was to stay in water for 15 minutes, and for the last 2 minutes I had to hold my hands up and not to touch the water. I did this one because it was the easiest. And the other one was to tow a tide dive on the surface with all the gear on. I started in PADI rescue course. There are 2 ways to tow a tide diver. The first one was to tow with the tank valve behind the diver. The other one required pushing to the bottom of the fins. I chose the second one because it was the easiest for me. The other one was also to exchange the scuba gear underwater. In my case, I exchanged fins, BCD with regulators, and mask with my instructor, and for the rest of this dive we had to swim in someone else's gear. It was easy. The second day I helped my instructor assist student divers pack the van and help people get in and out of the water. Since we got to the rocky beach and there was high surf, it was in need for me to help other people because there's a high risk of falling and breaking something or getting a bad hurt. Also, underwater, I helped the instructor to look after the group, and I was swimming behind the group, making sure that none of the divers were exceeding their set depth limits. On the third day, we practiced the rescue scenario number 7, which is finding the diver underwater, checking whether the diver is responsive or not, bringing the diver to the surface, checking whether the diver is breathing, if not, calling for help, then giving the rescue breaths to the diver as well as removing all the equipment and bringing the diver to the surface and to the beach in our case. Today we did the deep dive, which is also required for the passing of this course. In order to prepare for the deep dive, we had to prepare a stage, which is an emergency tank clap to the depth of 5 to 6 meters, 6 meters if the boat is moving due to the waves, to do the 3 minutes safety stop at 5 meters. Also, I didn't have to exceed the rate of 18 meters per minute, which is the rate at which I cannot swim up to the surface. We did 35 meter depth dive and we saw the sunfish, which is very rare in July because it's usually found in Indonesia and in Bali in August, September, so we're very lucky, and I can bet that tomorrow a lot of divers are gonna go there to see the sunfish. The problem with sunfish, it likes cold water and usually stays at depth around 100 to 200 meters, while we're swimming at around this depth of 30 to 40 meters according to the PADI set depths. So this was the last 4 days not the last 4 days, but the past 4 days of my PADI Divemaster course. So far I'm enjoying it. At the same time, I'm reading a lot of manuals for the Divemaster course in order to pass the exam, which I'll have to pass at the end of this course. There's a couple of fun facts that I found about scuba diving and taking this course in particular. The first thing is when you reach your 100th dive, you have to dive naked with all scuba gear on. I'm currently on 91st dive, so in around 5 days I'll reach my 100th dive. I still haven't made my mind about doing this, but I probably will regret afterwards if I don't do it, so I'll do it. If I ever do, I'll probably blur most of it, but I'll still include it in this video because I find it relevant in this case. Also, once you're passing Divemaster course, you'll have to pass a snorkel test. This test involves taking the funnel and drinking as much beer as you can, very similar to the American college experience. Since I've studied in the United States for the past 2 years, I feel like it's going to be easy for me to do because that's what we do in the weekends and similar stuff like that. Not going to go too much into this detail because you can check it by yourself, but I really like it so far. I only did 4 days of diving and I still have more to go, and I'm really liking it.
Я всегда мечтал сняться в фильме, да, особенно будущего кинорежиссера, который даст всем, говорится, огня вообще, дайте огня, дайте.
Все мало наши.
Welcome to special edition of unboxing. Yeah, I mean that's also the first one I've done, so please excuse me if I make any mistakes of how the unboxing is properly done, but this is the PADI Divemaster crew kit. So let's start with the price. I think it's around $300 US, so compared to any other material you buy for the previous courses like rescue, open water and advanced, this is very expensive. So let's see what we get. So I get PADI Pro binder with all this stuff. Let's do this later. First, let's open this bag with a lot of books. So, paper 1. Content checklist, PADI DM crew pack. I mean, useless, I guess. That's all been checked for me before. So let's move to other stuff. Divemaster manual. Already got it from my instructor, borrowed it. So, I mean, that's what I've been reading for the past 4 or 5 days now. So, you know what this is. The Encyclopedia of Recreational Diving. Haven't started reading this yet, but apparently it explains how scuba diving works and all the stuff you need to know, including physics, which I definitely like. I mean, what can I show? Last time I opened a random page, it showed me the formula PV equals NRP, I think. Probably wrong. But I mean, a lot of physics, a lot of knowledge that you need to know to pass the exam. So again, I have to start reading this. Ooh, I didn't see this one yet. Scuba Tune-Up Guidebook. When's the last time you got to tune up? What's that? Planning dives with the recreational dive planner. Ooh, back to the good old tables from Open Water Diver. I mean, dive computers and dive tables. Ooh, the good old stuff. Divemaster application package, including this thing for the PADI Divemaster final exam. Reminds me of high school exams. Medical statement, all basically the paperwork I have to fill in order to get certified for this course. So now moving to this binder. Alright. ERDPML, multi-level recreational dive planner. I've seen this one before. This is something a bit old-fashioned. I didn't think I would even get it because now there's an electronic version of it. So that's the inside. Looks like this. So you open up, and it's as simple as that. So what you do with this thing, you calculate the amount of time you can be at certain depth for multi-level. So if you want to dive at 30 meters, then 25, and it shows you how much time you can be and what your nitrogen group is going to be. This was studied in Open Water Diver with tables. This is actually easier to do with this thing. I watched some YouTube videos on how to use it. Doesn't really seem too complicated. Oh yeah, even a manual. So I don't have to even watch YouTube videos. I guess I'll just read it. Okay. Put it back later. Next, PADI Secret. Want to buy it? No, I don't. Instructor manual. So this is a set of basically the basics of teaching people. I've been looking through this. It shows you the minimal age requirement. What else does it show you? Basically it tells you a lot of stuff. The skills you need to practice with the divers of certain qualification. What's next? Training log. Okay, something new. Haven't seen this one. It says professional net, so no wonder why. Basically reminds me of a logbook. It's very similar to what I've been filling so far, just a bigger version of it, and it's by PADI. Next, I have Slate. Discover scuba diving cue card. Slide 1, briefing. Confined water. Slide 2, skill performance requirements. Open water dive optional. Debriefing. Very useful since I cannot really memorize most of this stuff, since there's a lot of information. The sticker. Interesting fact, so this is the shiny sticker right here. And if you lose it, I mean I have to buy this whole kit again, so I better be careful with this. So this is the sticker the instructor puts on your documents once you complete the course, and it's a sticker that tells PADI that you paid for this and you didn't really borrow any of this stuff from someone. So it says, do not lose this decal. This decal confirms that you have a personal copy of the PADI Dive Instructor Manual, the Divemaster Manual, and the Divemaster Slates. After completing your PADI Divemaster course, you must attach this decal to your Divemaster application product number 10146. Your Divemaster certification may be delayed without the decal. So yeah, maybe. Well, they might even tell me that I will not get it. Alright, more documents. Become a PADI professional. Share your passion. Join the world's leading diver training organization. I guess it's gonna be about promoting, telling me how I should get my instructor if I even want to one day, not now. Grow with us. The PADI professional can share incredible underwater adventures with others, transforming their lives and enriching yours. Wow, okay. United by shared passion, a force for good, basically marketing stuff. What's next? Divemaster slates, English. Oh, these are the slates. Dive breathing, project awareness, 10 tips for divers to protect the ocean planet. Boat diving guidelines, reactivate program. Okay. This. And that's it. So this is the binder and this is how it looks like. So I can put my certifications here. I'll let you travel with this thing because it's quite convenient, looks professional as well. Yep, so this is all I have here and I will have to use all of this. So let's get started with actually reading more books because I bet that if I don't read too much, I'm gonna find myself in a situation that I'll have to read a lot in the last days and don't really want to. Yeah, so quick unboxing, first time, wasn't too hard.